The term devil's advocate refers to a person in the Catholic Church who argued against sainthood for a candidate. In this series, I'm going to play the devil's advocate for some of my most favorite personalities. It is only befitting that I start this series with my most favorite personality, Mahatma Gandhi. Remember, the content in this series are only to trigger debate, not hate. Let's get into the video. 5 dark secrets about Mahatma Gandhi. Back in 2019, Mahatma Gandhi's statue in a university in Ghana was removed after protest by students and professors. The reason given? Gandhi was a racist. This came as a rude shock to most Indians, including me, who think him almost like a saint. Trained as a lawyer in England and worked in South Africa for almost 20 years, Gandhi's life there was filled with conspiracies. Despite experiencing racial discrimination himself, Gandhi was never shy when it came to projecting his Indian racial superiority over Africans. From the court case which he fought to segregate Africans from Indians, to the constant use of racial slurs like kafirs and coolies liberally in his writings, young Gandhi thought very little of Africans. He justified African colonialization during the 1906 Zulu Wars by saying that savage half-heathen natives deserved British rule as they spent most their days in indolence and nakedness. Although historians like Ramachandra Guha argue that this was a young man enticed by colonial education, little can be said to justify his action in South Africa. Gandhi had sexist views about women. He said that menstruation was a manifestation of the distortion of a woman's soul by her sexuality. He believed that Indian women who were raped had lost their value as human beings and no one but themselves were to blame. It is a known fact that Gandhi was reluctant to include women in Indian freedom struggle and agreed to it only after hard persuasion from Sarojini Naidu. Dr. Ambedkar, in an interview to BBC Radio, once said that Gandhi's true face can be seen in his weekly journals. In Young India, his English weekly, he often posed himself as a reformist, speaking against caste system and as an ardent Democrat. But in his Gujarati weekly, he supported the most orthodox form of Hinduism, supporting the Varna and caste system and justifying untouchables being kept out of temples. It is also noteworthy that in all his life, he never contributed to any temples in his home state of Gujarat to be open to Dalits. Gandhi was also said to be a card-holding member of the Aryan Brotherhood, believing whites and Indians higher up than Africans in the civilized scale and also believing in their racial superiority. Gandhi is accused of being a predator for his celibacy experiments. Some of the things that he did with his niece and many young female disciples from his ashram is straight from horror movies. He never did have intercourse with them and didn't hide what he was doing, but his actions in today's words can only be described as a sex predator. Gandhi married Kasturiba at the age of 13. Married at such a young age and being away from her for decades, Gandhi's married life can be called anything but love. He was known to beat her often and gave little consideration to her wants and needs. This can be evident from 2 examples. One is his response to her reluctance to wear khadi, and the next is his unilateral vow of celibacy. He is famously known for refusing her life-saving drugs when she suffered from pneumonia, which subsequently led to her death. Despite all these flaws, Gandhiji is revered throughout the world for his ideals and sense of duty. It is also noteworthy that he changed his views on some of the things above as he grew old. Comment your thoughts below and do tell us which personalities you would like to hear from us in the future. Thank you for watching. Like the video and subscribe to Cape Now.